How you doing?
The reason why I'm here making contact with you is because people called in and said that you were acting suspicious.
Okay. Is just wearing a mask videotaping suspicious?
So what, can I ask the purpose of why you're videotaping here?
Am I being detained?
Huh?
Am I being detained?
No.
Okay. Then I don't answer questions, and I don't want to talk to you, sir. If I'm not breaking a law, if I am, please let me know. I'm, as far as I'm aware, I'm not breaking any laws, and I don't intend to. But if I'm not being detained, I don't intend to talk to you or answer any questions.
If you weren't doing anything wrong,
Mm-hmm.
then why are you wearing a mask?
Because I don't want to be identified.
So then what's the purpose of you filming?
Just getting pictures of the county
Because
sheriff's
you're
office.
being filmed.
That's okay. It's fine. There's been multiple people that have driven by and taken pictures of me.
That's fine.
I didn't call in about them being suspicious, or the guy that stopped in the middle of the highway here.
Can you do one thing for me?
What's that?
With your right hand, can you lift your shirt and show me your waist? Turn around for me.
Am I being detained?
You're not being detained.
Do I have
If
to
you were being
do?
detained,
Okay.
you'd be in handcuffs.
Do I have to lift my shirt and turn around?
It would make us.
I'd prefer not to.
Are you worried that you're?
No, I'm just not gonna subject.
Why would you comply?
Because I'm not gonna give up any of my rights because you're asking me
You
to.
have no idea what rights you have.
I do know.
No, because then why are you so standoffish?
What do you mean?
You're being.
I know what rights I have. I'm not being defensive, sir.
Oh yeah.
I'm standing here. I told you I did not want to talk to you unless I was being detained.
And for yours,
Okay.
could you please show me your waistband.
Am I being detained? Am I free to go?
Do you know what the definition of being detained is?
I do.
Then what is it?
It's the fact that you have reasonable cause suspecting me of committing, have committed, or about to commit a crime, and you're detaining me under a Terry stop. That
I'm
means
not detaining you.
you're not detaining me, so I'm free to go?
Are you in handcuffs?
I'm not. Can I walk away?
Then you're not detained.
Can I walk away, sir?
Well, we do need to find out what your name is and identify you.
Birch, thank you, sir. And Mullen.
Deputy Mullen.
Thank you. You don't need to find out what my name is, sir. Unless I'm breaking the law, I don't have to give that to you.
It's Colorado, yeah, you do.
No, I don't. Unless you suspect me of committing a crime, can I speak to one of your supervisors, please?
Sure.
I would like a supervisor out here. Because you're wrong on that, sir. Colorado does not stop and identify state. Unless you suspect me of committing a crime, having committed a crime, or about to commit a crime, you cannot stop me. You cannot detain me. You cannot require ID from me.
This gentleman is requesting to speak with the supervisor. This male party is requesting to speak with the supervisor, sir. Why would you like to talk to the supervisor?
Because this officer just said I had to show ID in the state of Colorado, and I do not.
He's refusing to identify himself. So you work for Native Roots?
I don't answer questions. I don't answer questions that don't relate to a citation or arrest.
Well, earlier you said you don't want to answer any questions, so I'm just trying to carry on.
Well, under Colorado state law, if you arrest me, I do have to identify myself, which I would do if I was cited for a law or being placed under arrest. So unless I am breaking the law or being placed under arrest or cited for breaking the law, I'm not going to provide ID.
So what did you say you were hanging around out here?
I didn't say why.
So what do you do for a living?
I'm not going to answer personal questions.
Okay.
You guys have badge numbers or employee numbers?
Sure, I do.
Can you supply it to me?
Can you supply your name and identity?
I don't have to under Colorado state law, sir. I don't know if it's your
You
department policy or not.
Okay. So what statute number is that under? So I can
What do you
look that up. You said you know it.
I don't need to know the statute that says I don't have to provide ID. There's a
Yes,
statute that
you
says
have to back
no.
up your information.
I don't.
You can't go by
You have to
hearsay.
cite the law that says I have to
You're
provide
you
ID.
can't-
There's no
just
law
told me
that
that
says
according to
there is no
Colorado-
law that says I have to not provide, that I cannot
You
provide
just
ID.
said by
There is a
Colorado
law that states that I have to provide ID
Okay.
in certain situations. This
Okay,
is not
then
one of
what
those
statute
situations.
is it?
I don't
You
have to
said
cite
you know
that. I don't have to cite that.
Well, if you don't know it, there's no shame in that.
What do you-
I could help
I don't
you
know
find
the
that.
number. I don't know the section of the site. I could easily find
Well,
that
then
for you.
don't know.
I know what the law says.
Is that correct?
I do not know the citation number or the statute number for you, sir.
Well,
No,
in
I
order
do
to know
not.
what the law says, you have to back that up with the statute.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I'm a civilian and a citizen of the United States on public property, doing a First Amendment act. I don't have to back up any claim that I make. You, as officer, have
Okay,
to
so
back
are
up
you
what
a
you're gonna.
Colorado resident?
I don't have to state that.
I'm sorry?
I don't have to state that.
Is there any way I can get a copy of that video?
No, there's not.
No?
There's no crime being committed. Therefore, it is
Well,
not
I
evidence.
just want it for my own personal
No.
entertainment. I mean, it's no big deal. I mean, it's
You can check First Amendment Strike Team on YouTube and send me an email there.
well, what's your email address?
If you go to First Amendment Strike Team on YouTube,
Okay, do
you
have
can
a
find
business
it.
card?
I don't.
You don't?
Do you?
First Amendment Strike Team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
You can check that out.
So
I'm out here doing a First Amendment audit on your police department. You guys are failing right now, just so you know. You guys are going to be YouTube famous tomorrow.
okay, well, in that case, I'm Deputy Mullen with the Pueblo County Sheriff's Office.
Hmm?
This is my cohort, Deputy Birch.
Hmm? I've already got your name. So is the camera. Yeah.
There might be a little bit.
That's all right. I have all day, sir. I don't know if it matters to you guys, but I will say that compared to other police departments, you guys are much more professional and courteous in this situation than most are. Even though I still feel like you're violating my rights right now, but
How are we violating your rights?
you tried to stop me from recording. You tried to make me ID myself. You tried to perform a Terry search without actually placing your hands on me by getting me to lift up my shirt and turn around. But your demeanors are very, very well professional and courteous.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What police departments have you been at?
I'm not going to answer that question. That's why I cover my face now, because too many police officers know me by name.
Oh, really?
Yep.
County or city or both?
Multiple.
Multiple?
Mm-hmm.
sure is a nice day.
It is. Much warmer than it was this morning.
A little chilly this morning, though.
It was. Don't you guys feel like this is a waste of time to be standing out here right now?
You requested to talk to the supervisor.
Oh, well, if I'm free to go, you can call up supervisor. All right. Thank you, guys. You can have a good day. You can call up supervisor. I want supervisor because you told me I'd ID myself under Colorado law.
I called for one. One's on this way.
Okay. Do you have an ETA on them?
I'm sorry?
Do you have an ETA? No.
That's why I said earlier it was going to be a
Okay.
little
Well, if it's going to be longer than 5 minutes, I'm going to be on my way then.
It's a big county, so it takes. I don't care.
It doesn't infringe on my rights.
So, do you think you have the right to walk into a bank with your face covered like that?
Maybe if the private business owner allows that. This is public property. This is not a private business. Apples to oranges, buddy. Yep.
We're here because people can't find.
I understand, but how are they threatened when there's nobody out here?
That's the people that we've been telling.
Okay.
That's not the only issue.
Okay. A right to what?
Safety, just as much as you have the First Amendment right, they have the right to feel safe and secure. That's what they call it.
Okay. So, does somebody have the right to call the police or somebody open carrying a handgun because they're scared or feel unsafe?
Well, they can.
Are you going to respond to that as well?
Huh?
Are you guys going to respond to an openly carried handgun? Even do you detain people for openly carrying handguns?
No.
No, you just make consensual contact. And if they don't want to talk to you, they're free to go. They don't have to identify themselves, with the exception of being concealed, because of course you need a permit for that.
Technically, anytime we contact somebody,
Mm-hmm.
they need to identify themselves.
No, they don't.
Yes.
No, not unless they're suspected of committing a crime, have committed a crime, or are about to commit a crime. Unless you have reasonable articulable suspicion.
Law Enforcement Academy or law school?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Because you haven't.
That doesn't mean
Because if you
that.
had, then, I mean,
You have no idea what my background
you're
is,
not
sir.
being proud of it.
No, it's not about being proud. Any information I give you regarding that could be used to identify me, which I'm not willing to have happen. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what is the law that says that you can't identify me?
Huh?
What's the law that says that you can't identify me?
That we can't?
That you can. There isn't one. Unless you have reasonable articulable suspicion, you cannot identify me. Correct?
Well, right now we don't know the intent.
There's no intent. You don't have to know an intent.
You didn't tell us what you were exactly
I don't have to tell you what I'm doing. You actually can't. All you can do is say, "Excuse me, Mr. Videographer, can we talk to you?" And I can say yes or no. Past that, you have no right to stop me beyond that. You have no.
Right now you're instigating.
I'm not instigating, sir.
You're
No.
baiting law enforcement into a trap.
No, sir, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No. No.
Yeah.
That's an intimidation tactic by you.
I'm sorry?
What trap am I baiting you into, sir?
No, you tell me. You're afraid to be identified.
Mhm.
You're misquoting state Colorado.
Not
state
misquoting
law.
anything.
You can't provide a statute number.
That's not misquoting, sir.
You know,
That just says that I
to be
cannot.
honest with you, I can't even quote.
Once again, that's not committing a crime. I'm not committing any
You fit
crimes.
A description of somebody who could be getting ready to commit a crime.
So you're profiling me then.
No, the people who called
Profiled me, and then you followed up on that profile.
The people called you.
Why did they
Don't
feel
threaten,
threatened?
So therefore, we have to contact and make sure you're not a threat.
Okay. So what did I do to threaten them? What did I do to threaten them? I'm sorry, my mouth's dry.
I can't understand you.
What did I do to threaten them?
I don't know. You have to talk.
So you have no idea what the threat was. It literally could have been somebody walking down the street on a bike, but because they felt threatened, you guys came out here. Okay, so that's
Okay, so
not
we
reasonable
don't threaten.
suspicion.
Okay, so let's break this down.
Mhm.
Okay, we don't know the reason you're out here.
Okay.
Okay, you refuse to tell us. You refuse to ID. You refuse to show me your waistband to make sure that you're not carrying any weapons.
I did, because this is not a detention.
So, what do you think would happen if you verified? Oh, I have no weapons.
Mhm.
Look, I have no weapons. Then what?
Doesn't matter to me.
Because
we're not getting to that point.
Because you're resisting.
No, I'm not
You're
resisting, sir.
to cooperate.
No.
So
In order to
therefore-
resist, I would have to be detained. I am not detained, like you said. Therefore, I am not resisting. I am refusing to identify myself legally. I am refusing a search legally. I'm refusing to semi-give you a search by lifting up my shirt legally. Everything you asked me to do was within your right to ask me, but none of them you can order me to do. Unless I'm
Did I
arrested.
order you one?
No, that's what you said. You were in your right to ask me, which you did. But you can't order me to do anything. Okay. Well, since your supervisor isn't showing up, I'm going to be on my way then. Have a good day, guys.